All right, let's talk about something every small business owner, every tradesperson knows all too well. We're going to tackle one of the most frustrating parts of the job, chasing money you've already earned. This is your guide to getting paid on time every single time without all the stress.
You know the feeling, right? You've done a fantastic job, the client is thrilled, but now you have to switch gears and make that awkward follow-up call. It's a total drag. And let's be honest, you didn't get into business to chase people for money. So here's how it usually goes. The job's wrapped up, you send off the invoice, and then crickets. Days go by, maybe even weeks. It's this frustrating cycle that can really mess with your cash flow and just adds a layer of stress you absolutely do not need.
So what's the deal? Are your clients just trying to pull a fast one on you? Well, it turns out the real reason is usually way simpler and, honestly, a lot less personal.
Now this right here, this slide kind of changes everything. We assume the worst, right? That they're actively trying to avoid paying. But the reality? Most of the time, your clients are just busy. They're juggling a million things, just like you, and your invoice simply fell off their radar. It's not malice, it's just life. And knowing that completely flips how we should approach the problem.
So if the problem is just simple forgetfulness, the solution doesn't need to be aggressive phone calls. It just needs to be a simple, professional reminder. And the absolute best way to do that, without eating up your own time, is automation.
And hey, don't let the word automation intimidate you. Seriously, think of it as your own personal assistant. It's a system you set up one time and it just works for you in the background, sending out those polite little nudges so you can get back to doing, well, your actual job.
And this is the real beauty of it. It keeps things professional. An automated text or email feels way less confrontational than a direct phone call. It helps you keep a great relationship with your client because you're just giving their memory a helpful jog, not making things weird.
So how well does this actually work? Well, check out this number, 98%. That is the average open rate for an SMS text message. We're talking people seeing your message within just a few minutes. When you need to get someone's attention, there is literally no better way.
And this chart just says it all, doesn't it? Look at that difference. Email is great for sending that initial detailed invoice, but for a quick, hey, just a reminder, its open rates can't even touch SMS. For a nudge that actually gets seen, text messaging is the undisputed champ.
Okay, so you get it. This works. Now let's get into the fun part, the how. Here is a super simple, super effective blueprint you can put into place to automate your reminders and, finally stop the chase.
All right, this is your game plan. It's a simple three-step sequence. First, 3 days before the due date, a gentle email gives them a little heads up. Then, the day after it's due, an automated text message hits their phone, and, this is key, it has a direct link to pay right there. So easy. If that still doesn't work, a slightly firmer follow-up a week later pretty much always does the trick.
And the absolute best part? This isn't something you have to do manually for every single invoice. No way. You build this little reminder sequence just one time, and it automatically runs for every single client, every single time. It is the definition of set it and forget it.
So what's the real reward for setting this up? I mean, beyond just getting your money faster, when you put a simple system like this in place, it really does change your business for the better. We're talking about getting back your time and your sanity.
Just think about it. You get back hours of admin time every month. Your cash flow becomes predictable, it becomes stable, you keep things positive and professional with your clients, and maybe best of all, you never, ever have to make that dreaded, hey, just calling about that invoice phone call again. So I'll just leave you with this question. When you finally stop wasting your time chasing down payments, when you get those hours back every single week, what are you going to do with them? Are you going to find new clients? Perfect your craft? Or maybe, just maybe, finish work a little earlier? The choice is all yours.